A tough collision between a luxurious Rolls-Royce and a heavy truck ended badly for both vehicles, sparking heated debates and legal battles over who was in the wrong. Who do you think was more at fault? The Rolls-Royce driver who made an untimely right turn, or the truck driver who couldn't maneuver around him? This story took place at a small picturesque airport in Nepal. Tourists were filming the arrival of a turboprop plane, which they were supposed to continue their journey. However, something went wrong during landing. Dirigibles are great for movies and cartoons, but in reality, they've faced a string of mishaps. The modern Airlander 10, dubbed Flying Bum for its majestic leisurely pace, is no exception. The gondola of the airship, which houses the most important elements, took a serious hit, casting doubts on the future of this mode of transport. Metal rods from a construction site pierce through a car like a pincushion. It almost feels like a warning from the universe.
Roll the window down.
No, I'm not rolling the window down.
Roll the window down.
So please leave.
Roll the window down.
No, I'm not.
This incident will undoubtedly go down in maritime history as one of the most massive and bizarre shipwrecks. The cargo ship MV Golden Ray, carrying a load of cars bound for Baltimore, started to list dangerously off the coast of Georgia until it completely capsized. The exact cause remains unclear. It could have been open hatches, improper loading, or even a fire. Thankfully, the water wasn't that deep, which prevented the 200-meter car carrier with its 4,000-car cargo from sinking. However, salvaging the ship was considered impossible, so the decision was made to cut up the giant vessel with massive chainsaws and haul away the remains on barges. Even the brand new Hyundai and Kia cars bound for sale can now only be scrapped. This is what the sunken giant looked like later on. You can see it from different angles to better understand the full extent of the disaster. Insurance costs exceeded $160 million after the wreck, and cleanup efforts took about 2 years. As for the environmental damage caused by the accident, it's still impossible to estimate accurately.
A few moments later.
The owner of this car will regret his mistake forever. Accidents at any workplace are never fun, but when you've got molten metal flying all over the place, that's just too much. Bulldozers are powerful machines, but they're definitely not built for underwater works. Do you think this rescue mission has any chance of success? These scenes are from the island of Sardinia in the Mediterranean Sea. The wind generator, supposed to produce safe energy from the wind, couldn't handle its job. This video will break the hearts of all wine lovers. A mishap at a winery in Spain caused a tank holding 50,000 litres of wine to burst. The wine gushed out like a fountain, flooding the parking lot. All the workers could do was watch as the fragrant lake grew bigger, trying to convince themselves that this year's harvest wasn't particularly good. It's hard to say who had worse luck, the scooter rider or the Lamborghini driver. Probably both. Even a tiny kitten can have a knack for causing chaos.
Guy at Sherwin-Williams told me to come look at this. A pipe busted out here.
This place either saw an epic fantasy battle or those cars had a really bad day with a water pipe burst.
Get in there, boys.
It looks like the tank is dumping extra cargo, but it's actually a massive logistical failure. It's twice as annoying when the people meant to solve problems make huge blunders, like the excavator that hit a water main and created a fountain. Or these workers who caused a flood while doing repairs. Here's some unique footage. This is what a shipwreck looks like from the eyes of someone who was there. Swedish travelers were on their yacht, the Arcona 460, crossing the Pacific Ocean from Panama to Polynesia. The yacht experienced an unusual breakdown. The rudder shaft broke, making a 15-centimeter hole in the hull and allowing water to rush in. Despite the pumps working, the situation only got worse. Thankfully, another passing vessel rescued the crew. Unfortunately, they couldn't save the Idalina, and the yacht, worth about $500,000, sank to the bottom. That day turned out to be bad not just for the driver of the car carrier, but for the whole neighborhood, which ended up without power.
Oh, hermano!
Speaking of bad luck, this sports car definitely got stuck with the wrong owner. That moment when a minor home repair spirals into a cascade of problems. It seems like the guy's in such a rush to go fishing that he doesn't care about the little things anymore.
Oh my God! Daddy! What in the actual hell?
That's the case where everything's meticulously planned out, except for the most important thing, reliability. Hopefully that guy's now safe and sound. We got a bad ending in this game playthrough. If this is an advertisement for a tow rope, then it's all good. Otherwise, it's quite an epic fail. Some things are impossible to predict, and this car is definitely beyond repair. Even luxury housing can have nasty surprises. Residents of this new building paid a lot for the spots in the basement parking lot. However, due to construction errors, heavy rain turns the parking area into a giant swimming pool. Those black lines in the water, they're the roofs of cars. This parking space would have been perfect for a submarine fleet. In Portsmouth, New Hampshire, a city known for its shipbuilding, a small tugboat called Miss Stacy suddenly lost control while working with a barge and got pinned against the local landmark, the Memorial Bridge. The boat got stuck and began taking on water. It was an unusual and alarming situation. Fortunately, within just 10 minutes, the crew of the tugboat Eugenia Moran came to the rescue. Check out how quickly and skillfully their crew handled the situation.
Putang ina! Si Optimum Pride! Fucking inang yan, Optimum Pride! Babe, si Optimum Pride, oh!
This guy had a really tough time, but the way he drove by was almost majestic. Handling a 7-ton helicopter can be quite challenging. When it's windy, trying to take off can quickly turn into a hard, forced landing. I guess you were expecting to see a sunken boat. Well, they say mishaps like that happen quite often at the dock. The owner of this Jeep will definitely save on a car wash in the near future. Even in the most well-coordinated team, there can be frustrating mistakes. With the start of boating season comes the inevitable season of rookie mistakes. Launching a boat is a tricky art that requires a driver to stay calm and show some skill. For a novice, a reckless reverse can mean getting stuck on the shore, or worse yet, an underwater adventure. That's exactly what happened to the pickup truck, which plunged so deep that it couldn't manage to get back out. This guy has a good supply of water, but a really rough start to the weekend. While for some drivers, reversing's hard enough even without a boat.
Да, туа.
Все. Тогда половина телевизора.
The Shatterproof TV presentation totally bombed. It's like they say in boxing, you can't give a fighter a second chance.
Oh no! Did you get that whole thing?
Sometimes people do things that make you wonder, how did you get yourself into this mess? Despite the obvious sign indicating the maximum clearance, the guy decided to take a chance. Perhaps he thought his truck was made of rubber, or that the signs were just rough estimates. Anyway, the bridge easily tore the roof off this truck, so now it looks more like an old box in the garage filled with junk. Total fiasco up close. I wonder how the driver will explain this to his boss. He's not the only one of this kind. There are others like him out there.
Are you kidding me?
Some adventures end before they even begin.
That's our boat. That's our. How did this happen? That's our boat.
Trains, like any other machinery, need test runs on test tracks. But sometimes these tests don't go smoothly. This video captures the results of testing the braking system. As you can tell, the experiment wasn't quite successful. On this planet, absolutely anything can break down, even the fire hydrant you parked next to. A big puddle means big trouble. It's twice as bad to lose when you've already started celebrating. When everything goes wrong, just keep moving forward. Some ideas seem reasonable, like putting a paint can in the trunk. It's only later you realize just how wrong you were.
This car right now.
It's really disheartening when complex engineering breaks down because of negligence, especially considering all the ideas and hard work that went into it. This guy has really embraced English culture. Even if he went for quite an expensive way to do it. Have you ever seen a freight train drifting? It happens. But seriously, losing balance at high speed can lead to serious consequences, like a massive train ending up on its side. The Netherlands is known for its canals, which often resemble cozy streets lined with private homes along the banks. Residents were in for a surprise when a huge ocean tanker unexpectedly burst into their tranquil area, knocking over everything in its path because the captain felt unwell and made a wrong maneuver. The giant's visit left behind sunken sailboats and boats, destroyed decorative docks, and demolished scaffolding. Witnesses said the whole incident looked so epic, it felt straight out of a movie. The unlucky tugboat got caught between the dock and the liner. It looked like it was about to break apart from the tension.
I'm videoing it. Oh my gosh.
Oh, phew, everything seems to be okay. That little ship definitely deserves a day off after a day like that. This is what losing balance looks like. The workers got the crane's counterweight wrong, and the massive machine toppled over like a toy. Imagine you left your car in an open parking lot. How could you expect the roof to collapse on it? A cargo tanker was peacefully sailing along the Yangtze River in China when suddenly its cargo hold exploded and caught fire. Luckily, the explosion posed no danger to the crew, but just look at how it messed up the 120-meter-long vessel. This hole in the elevator shaft seems like it was made just for phones. This guy is fixing his old mistake. Back then, he made his hammer golden. These are the pros who always say that they've done it a million times. The workers setting up the scaffolding clearly messed up. Their only success was choosing not to show up for work in weather like this. In just a second, the family found themselves with 2 wrecked cars and a cat that now needs therapy.
Wow.
Made 2 mistakes in a row. bad parking, and driving with a wheel clamp. Here's another $1 million idea. I'm curious to see how wooden furniture would look after such a flood. He did that with the power of his mind, didn't he? It's hard to say if this guy is just carefree about his job, or if he just hates beer.
That's a bad day. Oh, that's granite.
Đây. Gà cẳng lên. Gà cẳng đi tí nữa nào. Gà mạnh vào.
This looks both ridiculous and epic. If you're gonna mess up, might as well do it this way.
Thôi đổ đây rồi.
Nothing special here, just two sports cars couldn't share the ocean. Just remember, even a little smoke is a big problem.